What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. All right. So, watching a few different stocks today, but yeah, look at TLRY. These cannabis, these weed stocks have been going crazy. This thing made a huge run in pre-market this morning, up from 150 all the way to 231, and so a really massive move here for these cannabis stocks here. Just such a crazy move these stocks are doing. Um, sorry about the echo. Let me go ahead and mute it. So yeah, guys. So you guys got to help me out today. Um, so I actually went out and bought a new desktop computer. I bought an i7 with 16 gigs of RAM. Um, I haven't really tweaked my OBS settings for my new computer yet, and so let me know how it's running. Let me know. Let me know if you see any lag or anything like that. Because, like I said, I just went out and bought a new desktop computer. My old i3 was just not cutting it, and so I kind of splurged and bought a new i7 with 16 gigs. It should run really smoothly. The internet is on point today as well, and so if you have any problems with the stream, if you're lagging or anything like that, let me know. I'll try to get to the bottom of it. But I know it's not my computer this time, so I'm happy about that. My volume's too low. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Testing 1 2. So my volume looks good on OBS. Let me know if you still can't hear me well. I'll try to mess with it some. But yeah, watching NEPT is one I'm watching. It had a kind of a break-even day yesterday, but I can actually trade this one, and so I'm kind of excited about that. I still think it may be a little extended. I'm gonna look to short it, possibly under 450. Uh, what's up, Lavish? Yeah, much better. Okay, cool. All right, good. So my volume's good. All right. So yeah, let me know if y'all are having any problems. Like I said, I just went out and bought a new desktop computer yesterday. It was time. My old computer was an i3, running very low RAM, and so I went out and bought an i7, and this one should run smooth. It's actually been making some noises this morning, honestly, though. I'm a little concerned about it. It's actually making some noise, which is strange. It's kind of I think it actually may be my speakers though, because right now it's running pretty smooth. Oh, I got you. Who get this? Give me a second, brother. I got you, man. My list is a little small. I still haven't really built it up like I wanted it to. So I'll post my current list, and I'll try to give you an updated list as well. But here's my current list. I know I might be missing a few. Let me see. There's my list. I'm gonna slowly add some more to it. Um, what you said? RCON looks good. Need some more volume for me at least. I'm watching NEPT and what was the other one from yesterday? NBEV. Gapping up nicely. Unfortunately, NBEV isn't tradable for me, but looks good. Wish I could trade it. Let's see if I can find anything else. All right, so definitely watching VKTX as well. DGLY. I think Mitch said this one wasn't tradable. Let's look it up. No, DGLY is not tradable, unfortunately, but it's gapping up some. MOC. MOC really doesn't look that bad. It kind of looks like an acquisition or something, but I'm definitely going to watch MOC. Doubtful it's tradable, though, judging by the volume it's had previously. Yeah, not tradable, unfortunately. Just a bummer, man. I wish some of these would be tradable. I'm watching TPNL, which I don't think is tradable either. SMRT. Doesn't look that bad. It's not tradable either. Yeah, today's one of those days where nothing. NURO. Cat B. I am watching SPWR, and that one is tradable, so that's good. IGC, cannabis stock running. Let's see if they ever added this one. It's about time for them to add it, but no, they didn't add that one either. Let's see. PYX. Just kind of looking stuff. PYX doesn't look that bad. I like PYX because I think it's a little bit extended from yesterday. Yesterday it ran up from 18. It's all the way up to 23, up about $5. A little bit more than $5 actually. Man, it's not tradable either. Man, nothing is tradable today. That's the frustrating thing. Biggest flaw of TradeNet for sure. Also watching MJ, and I don't know if that's a cannabis stock, but it sounds like it is. Okay, MJ is tradable. Yeah, so, you know, NBEV, VKTX. Watching all of these. VKTX, you know, it had a red day yesterday, but this thing is still just up from $10. And it had positive news and stuff like that, but I just don't know if that's still significant enough to make it run like that. But definitely watching the cannabis stocks. Got a little bit of volume this morning. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this yesterday, but yesterday I was talking about buying call options for some of these cannabis stocks. And, you know, some people agreed with me, some people didn't. And it's, you know, I should have just bought them because look at these cannabis stocks. I don't even think they're going to hold these gains, but I think that, I think the hype is going to push these things up. And like, you know, just like I said, these cannabis stocks are running up huge today, huge. So I wish I would have bought those call options on these cannabis stocks because, man, that would have been a nice trade. But hindsight's 2020. I'm pretty sure it does, Mark. I'm pretty sure it does, man. MTEM. Yeah, I think I looked at this one already. Let me see. Oh, MTEM does look good. But see, this one's not going to be tradable. Just look at this volume. I really wish it was. It looks beautiful right now. Beautiful for a short, that is. But not tradable. Man, that sucks. Ugh. Oh well. Yeah, no worries, Mark. Yeah, if you want the link to TradeNet, let me know, man. I'll go ahead and post it just so you'll have it. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if the stream's running well. It should be running perfect, judging by how much this computer cost and, you know, the specs of this computer. It should be running on point right now. And so if it's not, I'm gonna have some words with Best Buy. But yeah, so here's the link. If you're interested. And if anybody else is interested in signing up to TradeNet, going through my link will get you 20% off. I do make a small commission from it, but if you want to help support this channel, you can go through that link. The biggest flaw, as I'm seeing today, is that a lot of stocks are not tradable, specifically low volume stocks. And so that's kind of how I know, like, if a stock kind of breaks out of nowhere when previously it had no volume, usually those are not going to be tradable. I think you have to have 500,000 shares traded in the last 3 months for it to be available to trade on TEFs. And so that's the biggest flaw, but here's the link if you're interested in signing up. Correct, Daniel. It's because of the broker. Hey, no worries, Corey. Hey, man, Corey, Mitch and I ran into that problem a ton, brother, so don't worry about it, man. But yeah, Mitch and I, that's the first thing I was looking for. When you told me your trades weren't going through, that's the first thing that I thought about was that implement range button was checked. This little button right here. It's happened to me before. It's happened to Mitch, and so, you know. Yeah, it's just the broker. The broker just doesn't have them listed to trade on them. And like I said, it's because TradeNet's great. You know, TradeNet and TEFs, they're really great. But sometimes stocks are not going to be tradable, specifically low volume stocks, like stocks that break out of nowhere when before they had low volume. For it to be tradable on TradeNet and TEFs, the stock has to have at least 500,000 shares traded in the last 3 months. And if it doesn't, it's not going to be tradable. And sometimes they'll add them after they get that 500,000, and sometimes they don't. But that's the biggest flaw of TEFs. What's up, Adelie? But yeah, let me know if anybody's getting any lag. How's the stream running, guys? Is the stream running good? Let me know. It should be. I'm just testing out my new computer, so. And like I said, I forgot to tweak the OBS settings for my computer, and so So yeah, I'm just hoping the stream's running smoothly. Yeah, for sure, Daniel. I still try to call out stocks, even if they're not tradable. I'll still go over the news. Still call out the stocks and stuff like that. And so yeah, don't worry about it, man. I got you. But really, man, I'm looking at TLRY and all these cannabis stocks. TLRY is pretty expensive. Nice. Appreciate that, Corvitz or Corvskit. Appreciate it, brother. All right, so market not slow, but these cannabis stocks have been going crazy. NBEV looks good as well. What's the other one I was looking at? I can't think of it. Let's see. NEPT. So I'm watching. These are probably my main watches right now. It's just these cannabis stocks, VKTX, SPWR, and NEPT. And these are just the stocks that I can actually trade. There's other ones. What was the other one? NBEV is another one I'm watching. It's not tradable, unfortunately, for me. MTEM looks good. Somebody mentioned that one. CGC, Kron, all these cannabis stocks going crazy. Yeah, TLRY, man, 225. Crazy move, man, crazy. Just ridiculous gap up there. Just drinking my coffee. All right, so let's go over the news real quick. First one I'm looking up is these cannabis stocks. I'm guessing they had to have something come out on them. I might throw some money into my Robinhood account and just kind of toy around with that. Maybe buy some call options or some puts or something. Let's see. So yeah, let's look up the news. Sorry, I'm running a little bit slow today. Like I said, I got a new desktop. I've been trying to get it set up and ready. But yeah, let's look at these cannabis stocks. See why they're moving like this. All right, so TLRY, its CEO had an interview with Jim Cramer on Mad Money. So yeah, the CEO of TLRY went on Mad Money and talked about his cannabis business, talking about how cannabis is a substitute for other prescription drugs and so forth and so on. And so I guess that's making it move, and the rest of the cannabis stocks are simply following. Another one I'm looking at is SPWR. I've traded this one before. I do kind of like this stock. It's pretty extended from yesterday. It's up from 660s to 809. And so looking at SPWR now. So just trying to look. So for SPWR. Alright, so it sounds like it has to do with the U.S. decision to put tariffs on Chinese goods. And the tariff rates were lower than previously anticipated. And so with SunPower, SPWR, so CRON TLRY had a good interview. Let's see. I'm trying to see why SPWR is moving. Okay, so yeah, the CEO of SPWR gave a statement that stated that the solar panel company's proprietary interdigitated back contact solar cells. They basically were excluded from announced tariffs. So yeah, they were excluded from the tariffs for SPWR, and that's making it move, and that makes sense in the grand scheme of things. What's up, James? What's up, Emos? What's up, Outsiders? Darren. Another one I'm looking at is MTEM. MTEM. Can't trade this one, but it's gapping up from 410 to 620. And so let's see why this one's moving as well. All right, so yeah, they announced an agreement with Takeda for the joint development of a protein-based oncology therapy. And so they reached a deal with Takeda. I'm not sure what Takeda is. Let's see. Yeah, so it had a cancer therapy development deal with Takeda for MTEM. So deal signed for MTEM. That's pretty good news. Next, I'm looking at MJ here. And I want to say this is a cannabis company just because of the ticker name, but not 100% sure. Let's see. I got to see if this is the ETF. Yeah, this is the ETF. Yeah, so it sounds like this is actually a cannabis ETF. Interesting. Yeah, but also along with these other big movers, I'm looking at Cron, CGC, TEVA maybe a little bit, and just kind of watching NBEV. But those are the major news stories right now. Let's catch back up on the chat. What's up, Salty, Jonah, Live Games, Rel, Eroy, Corey, Corvskit, Lavish, Rob, Joe, Huguetes, Daily, Mark, Outsiders, Alexander, Sogo, or Sog, let's see, Daniel, Adelie, Live Gains, Darren, Titan, David, Van, James, Jordan, what's up, guys? Tiny, Felix, good morning, Abdul, good morning, Cole, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? All right, so today is Wednesday. I got to take it a little bit slow today. Don't want to force anything. Wednesdays typically are low volume days, and so I'm not really trying to force anything today. Going to take it slow. Going to probably use small share size. Judging by my stats, Wednesdays and Fridays are my worst days, and so gotta be careful on Wednesdays. But yeah, so today's news was actually brought to you by SnapTrade. That's SNAPTRADE.US. They did sponsor today's news. And if you don't know what SnapTrade is, it's an awesome free website for traders to take advantage of. You can see I share my morning watch list with a decent amount of people here each morning. And so if you want my watch list shared with you, just sign up for SnapTrade and send me your email or username. I'll add you to this list. But yeah, it's a really nice tool to build your watch list each morning. And within your watch list, it shows you the different technical signal strength, volume change percentage, market cap, and stuff like that. It also has a really nice free scanner that has all these different sectors. So regardless of which sector you'd like to trade, whether it's high gainer penny stocks, high gainer volatile stocks, recent earnings, cryptos, whatever you're looking for, it most likely has it. And it also has a really nice discovery feature. But I've been using them to look up the news each morning. So like if I want to see the news on just my watch list, I can click watch list, or I can go to I could just click on the stock's name. It shows me when earnings came out, the different signals that were going on. It compares it with the overall market, shows me historical prices, the news. Like I said, I could set price alerts. And so a really awesome free website for you to take advantage of. It's SnapTrade, SNAPTRADE.US. Go check it out. I'll post the link in the chat. And yeah, like I said, they did sponsor today's video. So if you want to help support us, go check out SnapTrade. And there's the link right there. Thinking about it, the lag might be a little bit better now that that my computer's better. So let me know what the lag is like. The lag might be a little bit better now. Oh, well, good afternoon, Corv. Yo, what's up, R99? Netron, good morning, Thomas. What's up, guys? Jason. Yeah, so gonna take it slow. A lot of crazy movers today. Specifically the cannabis stocks going kind of crazy. Maybe a little extended. Gonna look to short them, but somebody mentioned it to me yesterday. Every time I look at these and I think I should short them, they always end up running up, and so I don't know. Main watch though is probably SPWR here. It's probably my favorite one out of all the stocks I can trade. Maybe going to look at Cron and the rest of the cannabis stocks, but historically they've been a little bit tough to trade. I've kind of had problems trading these in the past, and so, you know, just got to be careful, you know. Also, another thing I wanted to show you guys is let me see if I can find it. So yeah, so I actually named so I actually named this. So nothing. I'm not trying to hate on this guy Garrett, but yesterday him and I kind of had a conversation in the comment section. He eventually deleted it, but what he said in the comment section was that he's not trying to hate on me, but he said that I have shown zero improvement over the last 3 months, is what he said, right? And I mean, if anybody's actually been watching the stream, you know that's not true. And I'm just going to kind of prove that wrong right here. So this is my last 3 months graph, okay? This is the last 3 months right here, all right? Look at this. You know, I was doing terrible, you know, basically a losing trade or maybe break even, right? But I was doing pretty poorly. And then what happened? I started to do extremely well and started to run up my account and do really well, and definitely an improvement shown here. And so that's why I kind of told him, I was like, look, man, you know, for you to say I haven't shown any improvement in 3 months, like that's just kind of ridiculous. Like you could look at my gross cumulative profit and loss graph right here for the last 90 days, and for you to look at this graph and say, no, you haven't shown any improvement, like, that's just ridiculous. You know, that's why I told him that, like, it seems like he's just desperate to criticize. Maybe he's a little insecure about whatever he's got going on or whatever it is. But, you know, yeah, zero improvement, obviously. And I even named this photo no improvement out of sarcasm. But, yeah, it's just kind of bizarre when people say stuff like that. It just seems like they're desperate to hate. You know, I got to learn to ignore them a little bit. What's up, KC Mac? But yeah, I just think it's funny. Like, you could look at that graph and see, like, what I was doing before and what I've been doing in the last few months. And you can see that graph just, you know, like, it's super obvious that I've improved substantially. It's not even just a slight improvement. It's a massive improvement from how I was before. And so that's why it seems just a little desperate on his part to say that, you know, and people, like I said, trading can make people really emotional. Yeah, man. Salty. I got some resistance there. I got some resistance there at 200, man. I got to break through that, man. Get some momentum going. But yeah, you can look at that chart and see I've improved. That's why it just seems a little bit desperate. And like I always said, trading can make you really emotional. You want somebody to blame for whatever's going on. And it's like I've always said, secure people are worried about themselves. Insecure people are trying to criticize and tell other people what they're doing wrong. You know, instead of actually like looking at themselves and working to improve themselves, you know. MYSZ, what's up, Hip Hop Anonymous? What's up, brother? Yeah, so let me look at MYSZ. I don't like it. It's under $1, low volume, and looks a little choppy. High float. Right. I mean, honestly, that's what my kind of thesis on those call options I was thinking about buying is that the hype was going to push these cannabis stocks up. I don't think they're going to hold here because, I mean, they're cannabis stocks, you know. And I'm not hating on the cannabis business. but I just don't think they're going to hold at these levels. $230 uh, cannabis stock when cannabis isn't even legal in Canada yet is a little crazy to me. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? One thing, you never know in the market. Yeah, for sure, Corey. I mean, it's like, listen, like I want cannabis stocks to succeed. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for legalization. I'm all for that. I don't have anything morally against cannabis or anything like that. I mean, naturally, I'm in Texas. I got 2 kids. I can't smoke it, but I don't have anything morally against it, and I'm all supportive of it and everything like that. But I just don't. I think $230 is a little high for a cannabis stock. You know what I mean? I just think that's a little high, especially if it hasn't been actually. It's not actually legalized yet. And so that's what I think is a little iffy about these cannabis stocks right now, specifically TLRY. And I'm happy for it. I hope it holds, but I don't think it will. Yeah, I'm watching NBEV for sure. It's just not tradable. Who get this? What's up, Eric? Good morning, brother. What do I think about MTEM, Mohammed? Let me see. Yeah, MTEM looks good. If I could actually trade MTEM, it would probably be my favorite stock right now. Unfortunately, it's not tradable, and so I can't trade it. But it looks good. I like it. I like it for a short, but we'll see. It could easily push up. Who knows? I think MTEM landed a deal with another company. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I think they landed a deal. That's why it's gapping up some. CBDS. Right, that's true. Maybe I actually I didn't really think about that, man. The market cap for TLRY. Let me look at the market cap here for TLRY. That does sound kind of interesting here. The cool thing about SnapTrade is that I can actually look up the market cap. It doesn't have the market cap. Weird. I'll have to look it up another way. See what the float size is. Market cap is 14.44 billion. So pretty large. Maybe that's why it's more expensive. Actually, no, because if the bigger the market cap, the harder it is. I don't know. I don't know much about market caps, to be honest. If anybody else knows, you probably know more about me. Hey, if its sales are 28 million, maybe y'all are right. Maybe I'm wrong. Honestly, I have no idea, man. Y'all could be right. Yeah, 14.44 billion. Yep. CBDS, not going to be tradable. It's an OTC stock. I'm just happy we can live in a world that actually has cannabis stocks. That's what I'm happy with. But yeah, they're starting to pull back some here. At least CGC is. Kron is. They're pulling back a little bit. Fit surging. Good morning, John. What's up, brother? John, so to follow me on SnapTrade, man, you just go sign up and you just sign up. You can send me your username or email, and I'll add you to this list. If you don't feel comfortable posting it in the chat, just send it to me on Facebook or Twitter or in the comments section of a video or something like that. If not, I think there might be a way to look up my name. My name's Beginner Trading. My name is Beginner Trading, and so check out the name. Appreciate the sub, Nathan. Nathan O, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome, man. Why do I think 200 is high for a cannabis stock? I mean, it all depends on the market cap, and that's honestly something I didn't consider previously. The reason I think it's a little high is because it's not even legal recreationally in Canada yet, and so I think it's a little bit early to tell whether a stock should be valued this high. And this is all just a thesis. Like I said, I'm not the best with fundamental investing. I'm really not. if you could probably tell, I'm more of a momentum day trader, very short term. And so it's kind of out of my, like, what I know about. Like, I'm not super familiar with fundamental investing. And so this is all just speculation. Like, my thesis, I'm just kind of guessing here. It's just speculating. I just think 240 is a little high. And typically when stocks run up this much this quickly, usually, historically, they usually tend to come back down. But I'm not saying it will. Like I said, I hope it stays up. I really do. And I'm not saying it will come back down. I don't know enough about the sector. I don't know enough about fundamental investing in general to really feel like I know enough to say for sure. Right, 100%, Nick. You might be right, brother. Like I said. Okay, I got you, John. I'll add you to that list, man. And this is the beauty of trading, is that everybody can have their own different opinion, and that's fine. But yeah, I'll add you to the list really quick right now. All right, there you go. I added you to the list, John. You're right, for sure, Nick. What is Chipotle? What is the ticker name for Chipotle anyway? Let me look that up too. What do you mean, where did the streamer go? But yeah, Mitch isn't going to be here today. Mitch is only here Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. He works Wednesdays and Thursdays. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes. Yeah, no worry, brother. CSBR. I don't think CSBR is tradable. No, it's not, unfortunately. Appreciate the sub, Mohammed. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. CMG. Okay, gotcha. Let me just check out CMG. Maybe Nick's right, man. Like I said, I'm pretty lost with fundamental investing in general, and so it's all kind of just speculation, guessing, if I'm being honest. What's the market cap for Chipotle? That's the way you really tell if you compare the market rates, the market caps. Yeah, so the market cap for Chipotle is pretty close to what it is for TLRY. The market cap is, I just saw it, 13.67 billion. So the market cap's a little bit lower, and so CMG is worth a little bit more. It kind of makes sense. It might be right. I don't know. Thus is why I'm not a fundamental investor. TRXC is at an all-time high. Ooh, I do like TRXC. I didn't even notice that one, man. Hey, appreciate that. I'm going to add that to my list as well. I'm going to put TLRY on my other monitor. TRVG. Let's check that one out too. I don't mind TRVG either. I'm pretty sure TRVG is tradable. Yep, TRXC should be as well. Yep, so both of these are tradable. Good, good. All right, so we got about 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes until the open. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, live gains. I'm looking at SPWR. So Mohammed, man, I'm using a few different things. I'm a little bit unconventional when it comes to what I'm using. So I'm using TEFs, which is TradeNet's partnering broker to execute my trades. You can see that on the left side of my screen. And then I'm using Thinkorswim, which is TD Ameritrade's platform for charting, which you can see right here. This is Thinkorswim for charting, TEFs and TradeNet to execute my trades. And hey, have a good one, Joe. Appreciate you coming by, brother. Have a good day, man. Mitch isn't here. Mitch is never here Wednesdays and Thursdays. He has work. CNAT. I'll check CNAT out as well. All right, guys, but we got about a minute left. CNAT, I want to see a little bit more volume with it. I just looked at it on my other monitor. And it's tradable, though, so that's interesting. All right, guys, we got 1 minute. I'm probably going to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, guys, we got about 10 seconds. So good luck. Like I said, today is an account preservation day. Don't want to force anything, take too big of sizing. Nice. Yeah, it should be. I mean, my computer is a much better computer now. Like I said, I bought a new desktop, and so the lag should be substantially better at this point. All right, looking at SPWR here. Big wash. Want to see the VWAP a little bit lower. At this point, the VWAP's a little bit too close to the high of the day, and that's not really what I want to see. Because the chances of me getting squeezed up when the VWAP is right around the high of the day is much higher. And so I'd really like to see the VWAP about halfway through the first candle is what I kind of look for. What's my day trading strategy? I'll have to go over that after the open. Right now, I just want to focus on trading right now. And so look at that drop on TLRY. Whoa. Wow. Hey, guys. I don't know if anybody sees TLRY right now, but look at this. Look at this drop. That is one of the biggest drops I've ever seen. From 235 down to 180. This thing lost $50 within 2 minutes. Absolutely crazy. Wow. That is a ridiculous drop. Look at that move. Man. It's punishing longs right now, man. I hope if anybody was long on TLRY, I hope they got out because, man, that is a brutal drop. Absolutely crazy drop. Wow. This thing dropped from 235 down to 180, so a $55 drop in 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, in about a minute and a half. Man, what a brutal drop there. I really wish I could trade NBEV right now. It looks to be setting up for the VWAP fade. But, man, that's a crazy drop. All right, here goes SPWR. I'm going to take a small position here with 100 shares. Very tiny considering the range of the stock. It's pushing up some. Going to get out if it breaks the high of the day. Which it might be. Watching the level 2 pretty closely. Just going to jump out if it breaks the high. There's a drop. We'll see if it reverses here. There we go. TLRY actually looks like it's fading off the VWAP, but there's no way I'm going to trade that thing right now. It's just too overcrowded at this point. But man, what a crazy move there. Nice, 92. Looking good for SPWR. We'll see if it gives me a little bit bigger drop. Back up to 98. This thing's acting a little tricky. If it breaks 8, I'll probably just get out at this point. I don't want to see it run up over 8. $99. Yeah, I'm going to get out. $5 loss. Don't like that move over 8. Could come back down, but just too sketchy at this point. I'm happy with that. I got out for a small loss. And it looks like I got out at the right time right before that squeeze up. So good exit on my part. Let's see. Kind of looking at the cannabis stocks at this point. They kind of look like to be fading a little bit here. But with such a big drop, it's a little hard to tell. I was in SPWR, and it was a little tricky at first anyway. It's acting a little weird at this point, honestly. It pulled back down under 8, and so tough to trade. I'm just a little concerned with CRON. It looks like a nice fade here. It really does. But it's a little concerning because TLRY is down so much already on the day that I think it may rebound here and start to run up. And so we'll see. And aside from that, I really don't see much I like. Stocks always drop after they go on Mad Money. Yeah, man, millions are gone, Adelie. That's true, man. NBEV. Yeah, NBEV, I wish I could trade it. It looked like a nice little fade. Even right here, it looks like a good fade, but not going to mess with it. Yeah, and look at Kron. See, like I said, it looked like a good fade, but being down so much already, I think the momentum is on the upside. And aside from that, I really don't see much I like. Like, any PT doesn't look that bad here if it fades back to the VWAP, but I don't think it has much room on the downside. MTEM kind of faded nicely as well. Yeah, I'm watching NBEV, or NEPT, and NBEV. I can't trade NBEV, unfortunately, though, outsiders. NIO. I traded NIO yesterday, and it was tricky. Looks good, though. I will say that. Looks good. Tight risk area is what I like about it. Risk can be 778. Potential reward, preferably down to 760, but I'll look at NIO. I don't mind. I traded this one yesterday. Risk 779. All right, I'm in with 100 shares on NIO. And maybe I'm forcing stuff here. Gonna give myself a tight leash, though, around 778. But yeah, SPWR ended up doing what I wanted it to, but it was just too tough. There's 75. I gotta be careful here on that NIO. I'll give it one more second. I'm out. Yeah, didn't like that either. This is one of those days where I just got to protect my account, guys. I'm kind of... TLRY faded off the VWAP nicely, though. Look at that. But yeah, this is one of those days where I'm just taking small sizing. I'm not really trying to take any home runs today. I don't really see anything that looks that great. And so just gonna kind of protect my account today. I'll probably be done for the day, guys. I think the cannabis stocks are taking up a lot of the volume in the market. Yeah, 100% live gains. I'm right there with you, bro. A lot of fake outs, nothing really overextended. And this is the important thing. NBEV faded nicely off the VWAP though. But the important thing is that look at MTEM, man. Look at that thing run. MTEM, guys, if you like going long, look at MTEM here. Yeah, SPWR, I'm not messing with it. I'll probably be done for the day if I'm being honest. I'll still try to call out the stocks that are moving, but I'm just not trying to. Wednesdays is almost always a losing day, you know, and I might kind of take what Mitch does. Like if you look at my charting here, you know, if you look at my graph is great, but most of these pullbacks here are on Wednesdays. You know, almost all of them are on Wednesdays. And so I have to know myself well enough to know Wednesdays are just not my days. You know, it's important with volume. Like look at TLRY. TLRY, this is a picture perfect VWAP fade right here on TLRY. If you want to see what the VWAP fade looks like, the strategy I'm trying to play, it's this on TLRY. It's a little overcrowded. I just don't want to mess with that. NBEV faded nicely off the VWAP though. Really pretty VWAP fade on NBEV. Faded down from 327. And Cron faded off of it nicely as well. But it's just following TLRY. CNAT is actually running up too if you guys are interested in longs. CNAT is pushing up some. It's been running up all morning. It's almost to 5. I mean, honestly, I'm good with today. Honestly, I hate losing, but I just gotta, you know, yesterday was a green day, Monday was a green day, Friday was a green day, and so I've been having a lot of green days lately. Losing days are gonna happen. The important thing is that I keep my losses small like they are today. You know, if I keep my losses small like they are today, I'll be fine. You know, my last loss was Wednesday of last week. Wednesday was my last loss. And so it's kind of funny how that happens, you know, like Wednesdays, I'm sure I would have a lot better results if I just stopped trading on Wednesdays, because my last loss, I've had green days all the way up until last Wednesday as well. And so it's funny how every other day I have green days except for Wednesdays. And it's just weird. I don't know what it is about Wednesdays, but it's just tough to trade. There's low volume typically. And, you know, stocks just are acting a little strange on Wednesdays. TLRY minute chart looks like my equity curve. That's rough, brother. But yeah, I'm happy with my trading. Like I said, the guy was sitting there telling me that my trading hasn't improved. Just to show you, this is before and this is after. Like, look, this is how much my trading has improved. Like, substantially. Like, huge improvement over my trading. And that's when I kind of can just tell, like, he's just desperate to hate, you know? Because I'm actually proud of this graph, you know, and really, if you look at my, let me pull up my entire Trader View. If you haven't heard of Trader View, Trader View is actually an awesome free website to check out, right? And so you can basically look at all your trades and it analyzes your trading, right? And so this is my trading on Trader View. You can see my gross average trade profit and loss. You know, my gross cumulative profit and loss last 30 days. My win percentage is ridiculously good. I'm super excited about my win percentage. But yeah, this is my trading in the last few months, the last 3 months. And if you look at the detailed, averaging a 447 daily gain, but my winners are bigger than my losers. My average winning trade is bigger than my average losing trades. My profit factor is okay, you know. But really, if you look at the last month, like let's see. Yeah, so if you look at the last month, right, from August 19th into September 19th, substantially better. I've been doing substantially better. really nice graph. 67 or basically 68% win rate. Average trade expectancy, cumulative profit and loss. And so if you don't know what, if you've never checked out TraderView, go check it out. A really cool free website. My average losing trade is bigger than my average winning trade. The only reason for that is because I took that $80 loss last Wednesday. And so that loss was the biggest loss I've taken in months. But if that loss wasn't there, this would be much better. But it's something I have to work on. But the point is that my account's up decent. Profit factor is 1.9 to almost 2 to 1 profit factor. And so I'm really happy with that as well. Nice little profit there. Trade expectancy. Cumulative drawdown is pretty good as well. So yeah, I'm liking my graphs here. It's days like this though that I have to stop myself from trading again. You know, like I have to stop myself just because if not, I'll force trades. Not NBEV. What was the other one? NEPT. NEPT is fading off the VWAP, or at least it did up here. A little bit too late to jump in that one though, but it faded off the VWAP right there. We'll see where that one goes as well. Exactly, T America. That's exactly how you do it. Yeah, so to get your trades, you go to File, Trading. You go to Trade, Historica Data, Trades, and then what you do is you go to your account and you just make sure your account is here. Really, I think you could just click that. Yeah, so you just make sure your account's up there and you put in the date. You can only go through a week, so you're going to have to add it week by week. And then you just put in the week. You click Export. Click Export, or no, you click Filter, and it shows you all your trades, and then you export it, you name it, and then you just upload it to TraderView. Why is it doing this now, man? Here, let me exit out of this and re-add it. There we go. Have a good one, Insurance. Later, brother. Yeah, look at NEPT for this VWAP fade. Today's just a tough day. $16 loss. I'm actually really happy with that. It's a super small loss. And it's definitely not gonna... It's not one of those days where I'm bummed out because my losses are so big. $16 loss is fine. And I'm actually happy with that. Right now, it's just about discipline. I've had green days this week. Nothing but green days this week. Only averaged... This is my second. I'm averaging one losing day a week, really. If you look back on the last few months, one losing day a week, just about. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I do, trader ops, is I limit myself. So, like, I only allow myself to trade twice a day. I can't trade over twice a day. If not, I'll force trades. And so I just limit myself to twice a day because I hate losing. But losing days are going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, losing days are always going to happen. Very rarely is somebody going to have nothing but green days, if it's even possible. But, you know, if you want to be a good trader, you should expect to have about a 70-80% accuracy rate. If you're wanting to be like a really good trader, 70-80% accuracy rate is probably what you should be kind of shooting for. I think right now I'm at about 65-70%, which is still really good. Really, anything over like 55% is pretty good. So losing days are going to happen. They're always going to happen. I just have to learn to deal with them a little bit better and not force things. Like, the problem is like on days like today, what I used to do is I would see $16 in losses and I would say, man, I got to win that back. And so I would just force trades and it would never work out for me. I'm using Thinkorswim, that random guy. I'm looking at MTEM. It looks good, you know. Not right now though. The entry would have been at 650, but it doesn't look bad. Kron may be fading off the VWAP as well. But yeah, look at NEPT. This is one I was talking about. Really beautiful VWAP fade here. If anybody's interested in knowing what strategy I use, I basically look for a bearish trend, a pullback to the VWAP, which is where I enter right around this circle, and then I look to take profit at the low of the day. Right around here is where I look to take profit. Giving myself a good risk to reward. Like, so for instance, if I got in this trade, my risk would be at 441. If I entered at 439 or really realistically about 437, my risk would be from 437 to 441, 4-cent risk. From 437 down to 428, almost a 10-cent reward, and so better than 2 to 1 on that trade, and that's really what I look for. BKTX. Yeah, BKTX looks good actually for VWAP projection. I wish I could trade it. I mean, I can trade it, but I gotta follow my rules. I gotta stay disciplined. I can't allow myself to jump in any more trades, because if I do and it turns into a losing trade, it's gonna mess with my mental game. And so I'm just gonna observe for the rest of the day. OPTT. No. So this, I wouldn't trade this for a few different reasons. The main reason, specifically looking at this one, is the volume is terrible. So the volume is just really, really low. The other reason is that it's under $1. I don't like trading stocks under $1 just because I think they inherently have more momentum to go up. Just because they don't have as much room on the bottom. But the main reason I don't like this one is because the volume's so low. You know, you can see it's just really choppy, low volume. Just not what I look for. This is kind of a good example of it on NEPT. Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP, rejection back down. Hey, nice work, Corey. Good job, brother. TLRY rebounding summits back up to 211. So tricky right now. So tricky. Look at TLRY. Kind of crazy here. Daniel, I mean, listen, I don't want to tell people what trades to get into. I don't mind VKTX right there. You know, it's kind of the picture perfect VWAP fade. I do want to say, though, not liable for any losses anybody takes. You always have to make your own assessment of the market. I don't give financial advice for profit. You know, you always have to trade responsibly, make your own decisions, not liable for any losses you take. Just telling people what I kind of look for, letting people watch me trade. Hey, nice work, Corey. You got it out the way, brother. You got it out the way, man. That's the most important thing, dude. And so you got this, bro. But yeah, this is why I liked VKTX here. Is it's just the picture perfect VWAP fade right here. The biggest thing is that it wasn't really a gap up. I mean, it did gap up some, but it was overextended from the day before. So like if you look at VKTX here, this thing gapped up the day before from $10 all the way to 24, 25. So still a little extended on that side. But yeah, this is what I look for with the VWAP fade. Kind of a good example of it here on VKTX. Yeah, VKTX looks good, man. That's what I said. I said VK like I said, VKTX did look good. Um, this is the VWAP fade right here. It's bearish trend. Basically, this is what I look for with every trade, right? Overextended stock that I just went over. It gapped up from $10 a day ago, and it's up to $20 now, so up 100%. Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP, rejection back down. That's what I look for. Now, it all just depends on how you plan to approach the trade. Some people would take profits here at 1940. I'd probably take profits there. But some people, a lot of times I also set my reward area at the low of the day, so down here at 1920s. And so it all just depends on how you approach the trade, whether you're more of a really short-term trader or, you like to hold it to those levels. It all just depends. IGC, SFIX. IGC looked like a good fade. It's just, IGC is simply following the cannabis stocks. No, actually, it's not. IGC is doing the opposite of what the cannabis stocks is doing. Interesting. MJ, this marijuana ETF is looks to be fading possibly off the VWAP risk. 42.64, be kind of a tight risk area. Pretty easy to get stopped out, but rewards at least down to 41.94. Not too bad. SFIX. Faded really nicely off the VWAP today for SFIX. Knocked my headphones out. But yeah, faded off the VWAP really nicely. Big bearish trend. A little bit too expensive for me. But it doesn't look bad. I think he's going to have some support at 47.67, where it's kind of sitting right around now. Yeah, TLRY, man, rebounding all the way. This is the crazy thing about these cannabis stocks, man. The play here is the dip buy down at these lows. If you could get in at these lows, kind of a scary thing to do considering what the stock's been doing all day. But man, look at TLRY. It's back up to 220s. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, NBEV about to break the high of the day. Maybe. Yeah, I got you, Brian. Hold on one second. I'll send you a video. So yeah, I'm gonna post a link in the chat, Brian. It's called It's called my walkthrough series. It basically shows people what I'd look for with the specific strategies that I use. So go check it out. I just posted the link in there. It's a really quick video. I don't talk or say anything on it. It's just a walkthrough with some music playing with text. But yeah, go check it out. That's the strategy I get into. Sure, get in on them lows, but man, I need a deeper pockets, or I need to learn to fund with a credit card. Yeah, man. I'm not saying, I'm not even saying I would take it. I would probably never take it, just because I'm a short bias trader. But I think once it gets down to 180s, it's definitely extended on the downside, at least daily. And so, kind of a crazy move here. The big level now for TLRY is to see if it holds support here, where that previous resistance was around the VWAP fade area here. So to see if it holds support at 215 is the next level, and see if it bounces off of there, starts pushing up to test these highs at 236 is what I would look for. That's kind of the level that I would want it to hold, is this previous resistance here at 215. Yeah, no worries, Brian. Yeah, the stream seems to be running on point today. So I guess this new computer was a good investment. Sono. I remember Sono. Running up. The big thing is this is something that you'll see very often. And if I could teach new traders anything, it's that a lot of times you'll see new traders and they'll look for stocks that are gapping up. And they're more long biased with gapping up stocks. And at least in my opinion, I think it's actually the opposite. So like when I see a stock gapping up, I'm looking to short it just because I think it's overextended. And not even necessarily with gap ups, but just overextension in general. Like for instance, Sono washed out all day yesterday. And then what does it do today? It runs up and rebounds. SPWR gapped up a lot today. And what does it do? It washes out. Same thing with TLRY. TLRY gapped up a huge amount. What did it do at the open? It washed out big. VKTX was gapped up over, around 100% from the previous day. And then what's it doing today? It is washing out today. So that's the biggest thing that my strategy revolves around is overextension in either direction. Even if you want to look for a more short-term version of that, like TLRY, massive drop at the open, probably was a little extended on the downside after this big drop. What does it do after that? It rebounds all the way back up. And so if I could teach anybody anything, it's that look for overextension in either direction. And that's what my momentum strategy revolves around. Even with swing trading, that's what, like I said, I might throw a few $100 into Robinhood and start trying to play some options. I could probably do that right now. That'll be something we can do on the stream. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that. I can remember my Robinhood password and username. I forgot my password. Let me reset it. That'll be something fun today. Maybe I'll even jump into a long trade really quick on Robinhood. All right. All right, so let's throw some money into Robinhood really quick. Put $175 into Robinhood. There you go. All right, so I got Robinhood up here. Just threw $175 into Robinhood. Let's look at some long plays here. I don't mind jumping in a few cheap long plays. I'm a little new with long plays, so just looking for some good stocks. MTEM doesn't look too bad there for that VWAP bounce setup. TRVG was another one that people were watching. First VWAP bounce didn't look good, or didn't look bad. Kron pushing up some, but TLRY's pulling back. IDXG right around the highs. Needs to pick up some volume. NXE, GPL. GPL running up some here. Don't like it though. Prefer to see these moves on a pullback. In BEV right around the highs of the day. What's up, Baron? What's up, brother? Yeah, NBEV doesn't look bad. Preferably with my I put $175 into Robinhood just now. Preferably I'd like to see some cheaper stocks though, just because I mean I could buy 20 shares, 10 shares of NBEV. Let's see how many I could actually buy. I mean, I could buy 20 shares of NBEV, but it would have to keep running. If I am going to buy it, I want to wait for a pullback. Really nice VWAP bounce here, though, on NBEV. Kron running up. TLRY trying. What do you mean by that, Mr. Sprint? How can you get my trading manager? What do you mean by that, brother? Yeah, NBEV, there's the breakout. Up to 363. That's rough, Rel. Yeah, man, it looked good. Don't stress it, brother. Really nice VWAP bounce here, and this is the long strategy I've been trying to work on. Look at this bounce right here. Beautiful VWAP bounce. I'm also looking at TRVG, which doesn't look bad. This is Tefs, Mr. Sprint. So this is my broker that I'm using to execute my trades. It's TradeNet's partnering broker. And so TradeNet is the best way I can describe it is it's similar to a prop firm. So basically you pay for a package. In my case, I paid $500 for the intro package, and with that, they give me $14,000 in buying power with a $700 max loss. And so if I go under $13,300, they close my account down. And any profit over the original $14K they give you, there's a 70-30 split. And so, for instance, if I brought the account up to $15K, I would keep $700, they would keep $300. But if there's no profit over the 14K, they don't take the 30% out. So that's only on profit. And so anything under 14K, it's just the commissions. The commissions are cheap. It's 0.006 cents per share. And so, but there's $1.50 per trade minimum. And so if you're buying small share size, like I'm buying 200 shares, it's $3 total for a round trip. Anything over that, it's 0.006 cents per share. So it's really cheap commissions. That's why I use small sizing. Yeah, I also post the link. If anybody's interested in signing up to TradeNet, I do have a link that will get you 20% off the intro package. I do make a small commission from it, but if you want to help support this channel, you can go through this link. The biggest problem with TAFs and TradeNet is that some stocks are not tradable. Like frustrating, today NBEV wasn't tradable. What was the other one? MTEM wasn't tradable either. And so that's the biggest flaw. You do want to understand that, and I try to be honest with people about it. But there's the link if anybody's interested in signing up. TRVG doesn't look bad here. I may try to take a little position on TRVG on Robinhood for the VWAP bounce. We'll see if that works out. I'm really debating on it. I don't know whether I should on TRVG here. Looks like a good little VWAP bounce. Let's look at the week. I think it's a little extended on the daily. So not going to do it. Maybe I'll just look for options. MTEM had a nice little bounce there as well. Oh yeah, for sure, Chad. They do, man. One of the things, like I said, one of the conditions for the VWAP fade. I was talking to Corey about it, but one of the conditions is when either the stock washes out or the stock opens up underneath the VWAP. Like a lot of times, if the stock opens up underneath the VWAP and then breaks over it at the open, then pulls back to the VWAP, I think that's one of the more higher accuracy VWAP bounce setups. And so that's kind of what I want to see. I want to see the stock open up underneath the VWAP or at least break out from underneath the VWAP. Kind of like what NBEV did here. You see it was underneath the VWAP here, and then it broke over the VWAP, then pulled back. And that's where I'm looking to get in on that pullback. Nice pinball. Good job, brother. Nice trades, man. But yeah, for options, I mean, my strategy is very simple. It's looking for overextended daily charts and then buying puts is what I'm going to do for options. Speaking of that, let's look at NBEV here. Let's look at the daily chart, kind of reviewing options trades. I think NBEV is pretty extended. I'm going to have to look up the news on NBEV. Right, Corey? I think that's like I said, like people always, a lot of people compliment me on my accuracy. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but the reason I have such high accuracy is because I backtest the setups. And when you backtest the setups, you find little nuances like that make the little conditions like that make the trade a little bit more accurate. And that's one of the things I found out about the VWAP bounce is that a lot of times if it's weak or underneath the VWAP when it opens and then breaks over the VWAP before pulling back to it, that's when the bounce is much more reliable. Like I said, NBEV underneath the VWAP, broke over it, pulled back, bounced off of it here. That's where I'm going to look to get into it. Probably swing trading options, Alex, is probably what I'm doing. Most likely swing trading options. Day trading options, I don't know. It's just, I think swing trading overextended stocks, buying puts on overextended stocks is kind of what I'm thinking about. Cron is pulling back to the VWAP, but it just cracked under it. But yeah, even with Cron here, like if you look at Cron, weak underneath the VWAP, breaks over it here, then pulls back right here, and then bounces up really nicely. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Once it's already over the VWAP, I don't trust it as much. Like this VWAP bounce, I don't trust it as much because it was already over it. It was over it when it started to pull back, so. Nice pinball. Good work, brother. So yeah, so with this now at this point, I'm looking for stocks that are overextended. Really, what I like to do is I like to look at my watch list from the last few days, and just kind of find overextended stocks, right? And so let's see, VKTX may be an option, just because I think VKTX is gonna come back down. Let's see what the options are running with on VKTX here. Let's check out the options on VKTX real quick. VKTX is still pretty extended. It's a little bit more expensive, so the calls are going to be more expensive as well. I do like the fact that they added the options menu to the web-based platform here. I want to buy a put on VKTX. I don't mind this one. Let's see how much this is gonna run me. $110. No, too expensive. I don't mind that trade idea, but it's just too expensive. I gotta look for an overextended stock that's not so expensive. So at this point, I'm just looking for overextended stocks to play. CSBR, is this a cannabis stock? It looks pretty extended. I don't know. Look at NBEV though, that thing is going crazy. I wonder if they're selling NBEV calls or puts. Because NBEV, that's one of the ones I'd like to kind of get a put on. Let's check out how much that is. And this is a longer term trade. I know people are going to look at me and say, you're going to buy puts on this stock right now. $320 would be break even. Man, that's the cheapest. I don't want to buy a $200 option. I just want to buy a cheap option. No. Maybe this one, but... $10. I'll take this option. It's got to drop 34% to break even. I don't mind that. When does it expire is the thing. Let's look for the 19th. The 21st? No way. 2 days? No. That's why it's so cheap. $45 for this one. It expires in a month. Would have to drop 44%. No. Let's look at some other ones. I don't mind SPWR. Let's see what those are running. After this big move, may run into some resistance. To break even would be minus 8.5%, a little bit under 8.5%. $7.50, $40. This would run $40. Alright, so let's look at SPWR. It would have to drop. I know it's a little bit different today. I'm just not going to trade anymore. Day trading, but I'm looking at put options for SPWR. So if I bought this, it would effectively be, I would have to drop down to 710. So it would have to drop down to here. No, I don't like that because it has some support there. That's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to sell those. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Right, I mean X Rojas. I'm not switching to a different broker. I'm moving on to longer term options trade. So I'm not even gonna day trade it all today. Yeah, no worries, Tiny. Yeah, you like TraderView, huh? TraderView's cool. I love TraderView. It really shows you how to do a lot of stuff, and it shows you kind of the breakdown of your profit and loss. You know, TraderView really useful. NBEV still running up here, huh? Yeah, I had a losing trade on NIO as well, Tracer. But yeah, there's no way I'm going to buy those puts on SPWR. I'm just looking for overextended stocks. Kind of tough to find. Really, the best time to look for these type of options would be today. Like, look at the huge gapping stocks today. I think MTEM is going to come back down. Let's check out MTEM for some put options. See if it even has. No, it doesn't even have options available to trade on MTEM. Bummer. I mean, NBEV really doesn't look that bad for a put option. Let's look at some longer term ones. Not too expensive. Buying calls. Appreciate the sub, Joe. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, today might not be the day to buy options. TRVG. Let's see. TRVG. Let's look at the daily. I think TRVG may run into some resistance here at 604 and come back down. All right, let's check out TRVG options. Trivago. I didn't realize Trivago was doing so poorly. I mean, I really don't mind this one by October 19th. TRV dropping down to 482. Appreciate the sub, Jeremy. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, this is going to be something I have to do a little bit more research with. But, man, look at NBEV, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy move. Up to $4 now. That VWAP bounce is beautiful there. I mean, I don't know. What is TRVG's option? If it's cheap, I'll buy it. $18. $20. It would have to drop down to 482. So let's look. 482 would be here. It would have to drop down to this level. But even if it gets close to that, I could sell it for a profit. Should drop down here. And it would have a month to do it. Just about a month. This is going to be something I'm going to have to research a little bit more. I don't mind TRVG there. Let's see why TRVG is gapping up anyway. Let me look that up. SPWR. Yeah, SPWR faded really nicely. I wish I would have held it. Correct. Mr. Sprint. Correct. No, you can't short on Ustock Trade. That's why I stopped trading with them. No. So with TradeNet, it's not actually TradeNet. It's TEFS is their partnering broker. So when you sign up with TradeNet, within a few days you get, they send you your login to TEFS, which is the partnering broker. And yeah, you get a $700 max loss. So you pay $500, and you can lose up to $700. Like, so for instance, I paid for the package for $500. They sent me the login. It had 14K in buying power. If it goes under 13,300, they close the account down. But for instance, if I bring it up to 15,000, 13,300 would still be my max loss. And so my max loss would effectively be 1,700 instead of 700 if I brought it up to 15K, if that makes sense. And so your max loss is effectively 13,300. And any profit over the 15K or over the 14K they give you, there's a 70-30 profit split. But no, you can't add money. There's no way to add money to it. Nice, Walt. Hey, nice work, brother. Out in BEV4 and at 230. Best trade of the year for me. I think it's going to the 5 range. The commissions are 0.006 cents per share. You mean it depends on Lavish. Do you mean TEFS and TradeNet, or do you mean Ustock Trade? Commissions on TEFS and TradeNet is 0.006 cents per share, but there's a 150 per trade minimum. And so basically, if you're using 250 shares or less, your commissions are going to be 150 in and 150 out, so $3 total for a round trip. Anything over 250 shares, it's 0.006 cents per share, but it's still ridiculously cheap. That's why I love using them, is because they're so cheap. 0.006 cents per share, Mr. Sprint. So it is 0.006. Right. Hey, look at that. Great minds think alike, Mr. Sprint. Said the same thing. But yeah, so look at NBEV though, man. That thing's a crazy runner right now. Let me look up some news on Trivago. If Trivago, let's see. I'm just going to look up some news on Trivago. That's the biggest options trade I'm looking at. My break-even price would be 480. And so it would effectively have to drop 25% for me to be profitable in it. But it has a month to do it. But Trivago is a big name company. That's the biggest thing. Is like they're a pretty big name company. Like if this was a terrible penny stock that just ran up that much, I would be more interested in it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this little option. Yeah, painfulness. I mean, with Tefs and TradeNet, I can trade as much as I want. There's no limit to day trades. I don't have to follow the PDT rule with TradeNet or Tefs or a U-Stock trade, for instance. U-Stock trades $1 commissions, unlimited day trades. Hey, Netron, a green day's a green day, brother. Hey, appreciate it, Mr. Sprint. Appreciate that, brother. I mean, it's all dependent on what you're looking for, painfulness. I love TradeNet. There's lots of shorts, which is what I really like about it. I'm gonna go ahead and buy these puts on on TRVG. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. Just just to get my feet wet with a little bit of options trading. I don't mind it. $5, 482 would be break even. I'll go ahead and take it. I like it. All right, there we go. First options trade. Just bought a put on Trivago. We'll see how that works. I got about a month to let it work for me. I want to see it crack here. Looking up some news, the company hasn't been doing great. And if not, I mean, it's a $20 option. But hey, appreciate that painfulness. Yeah, man, let me know. If you want my link, I'll send it to you, bro. So just let me know, man. But yeah, I mean, the biggest flaw with TradeNet, like I always try to be honest with people, is the biggest flaw is that some stocks are not going to be tradable. You know, like NBEV isn't tradable. MTEM wasn't tradable today. I think everything else basically was. But those two stocks were two big movers and gappers that, didn't turn out to be tradable today on TradeNet and Tefs. And so that's the biggest thing you want to think about. Yeah, I feel your painfulness. But I mean, at the same time, if you're a brand new trader, the PDT rule may be able to, it actually may be beneficial. Like it's tough. New traders should be very disciplined and selective. That's the biggest kind of thing new traders should do. They should take it slow, use small sizing, be very disciplined and selective. And so for that reason, I don't know if the PDT rule is that bad, but I do think it's limiting for people that have been trading for a while like me, but don't have 25 grand to throw into an account. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, Alex, that they have those. I'm pretty sure they have those puts available. I mean, those are going to be too expensive for me for sure, but I'm sure they offer them. Those are big companies, AMD, microchip company. Yeah, I can trade options and puts on AMD, Twitter. I can trade options and puts with Twitter and MU, another microchip company. Yeah, I can trade options and puts with all of these. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it works out with Trivago. It's a super cheap put. It's a $20 put, and so I have a month to let it work. And so I just want to, if it drops, I think it's like 17%. If it gets down to $5, that's when I'm really gonna start making money with Trivago with my put option. And if it expires, it expires. It's a $20 put, you know. But this big run up here is what's making me look at it. Like that's what I said. I have a very simple options trade. Appreciate the sub, Brian. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. I have a very simple option strategy, and it's just looking for overextended stocks on the daily chart. Like you can see on Trivago, I have the daily chart pulled up, and then just shorting them. Hey, painfulness, green is green, brother. Green is green, man. And with Trivago, I'm basically looking for a cheap way to swing trade, you know? And that's what kind of puts are, that's what the puts are for. Not too bad. Let's drop it. Let's see if it puts me up in my account any after that. No. Nice work, brother. Yeah, green is good, man. Green is good. All right, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. I'm not going to day trade anymore today or anything like that. Thursdays are usually pretty terrible for me. But with TraderView, my trades haven't been too bad. Like if you look at my TraderView, you know, I'm really happy with the last 90 days or so on TraderView. Did it not save? I'm really happy with how this last 90 days have turned out. If you look at my TraderView, I'm really happy with, hold on. Really happy with how my, you know, P&L profit and loss graph has been in the last few days, or in the last few months. Definitely decent win percentage here, and so been improving for sure. Just got to keep it going, use a little bit larger share size maybe, and try to let that work. But, yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the sub button. I day trade live on stream every weekday morning starting at 8:45 a.m. market time. I usually stream until about 10:15, 10:30. If you also want to do me a favor and help support this channel, click the like button right now on this video. It does help support us. We appreciate any support we can get. And yeah, small losing day, very small losing day today. I'm not really that upset about it. Losing days are going to happen. And I'm averaging one losing day a week, and so I'm still good. Not worried about it too much. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Hit the like button right now on this video if you want to help support this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys same time as always tomorrow morning, starting at 8:45 a.m. market time. So good luck in the day. Be selective, be disciplined, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys.